This is Akashvani, the news read by Morgan Bagra. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be the guest of honor at the Bastille Day Parade in Paris today. A tri-services Indian Armed Forces contingent will be participating in it, including IAF aircraft. French National Day or Bastille Day occupies a special place in French conciseness. This day commemorates the storming of the Bastille prison in 1789 during the French Revolution. Bastille Day Parade is the highlight of the Bastille Day celebrations. Prime Minister Modi will hold delegation-level talks with President of France Emmanuel Macron in the evening. He will also interact with CEOs of Indian and French companies and prominent French personalities. The French president will host the state banquet at the iconic Louvre Museum tonight. Mr. Modi reached Paris yesterday on an official visit to France. He held meetings with French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne and President of the French Senate, Gerard Larcher. They deliberated on a range of issues of mutual interest and agreed to work together to deepen India-France cooperation in a number of areas. President Macron also conferred the country's highest of civilian and military honors, the Grand Cross of the Legion of Honor, on Mr. Modi following a private dinner at Elysee Palace. Interacting with the Indians at a community event last night, Prime Minister said, India is the mother of democracy and model of diversity. He said the world is moving to a new world order and India's role is also steadily changing. He said India is witnessing a major transformation today and the command of this change lies with the citizens of India. In a major boost to the market expansion of India's unified payments interface, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also announced that New Delhi and Paris have come to an agreement to use the flagship instant payment system in France. PM Modi said the service will begin from the Eiffel Tower, where Indian tourists can make payments in Indian rupees using a mobile application. Prime Minister announced that the Indian students doing their masters in France will now be given a 5-year post-study work visa. Earlier, it was a 2-year work visa for Indian students doing masters in France. Prime Minister said people-to-people contact is the strongest foundation of India-France partnership. He said India and France are tackling many challenges of the 21st century. He added that at this crucial time, the importance of the strategic partnership between the two countries has increased even more. Mr. Modi said that 100 years ago, Indian soldiers were martyred on French soil while performing their duty. He said that the Punjab Regiment, one of the regiments that took part in the War of France, is going to participate in the National Day Parade. The community event was followed by a private dinner hosted by President Macron at Elysee Palace in honor of the Prime Minister. All arrangements are in place for the launch of the third moon mission, Chandrayaan-3, at the second launch pad of the Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, today. The success of this launch is not just important to India, but also the world, as crucial information from the mission will help future space missions globally. This mission demonstrated that India is competent enough in scientific advancements. LVM-3 rocket is just ready to undertake the mission. Akashvani correspondent report the 43.5-meter tall rocket LVM-3 weighing 642 ton will have 3 stages before separating Chandrayaan-3 just 16 minutes after takeoff from Sriharikota. Scientists are busy checking out last-minute details to ensure a precise launch. Chandrayaan-3 will travel in an elliptical path to reach the surface of the moon for 30 days. The lunar mission is divided into 3 phases: the Earth-centric phase, the lunar transfer phase, and the moon-centric phase. The lander is expected to make a soft landing and the rover will conduct the experiments on the lunar surface. The life of the payload carried by the propulsion module post-ejection of the lander is between 3 and 6 months. The mission life of the lander and the rover is 1 lunar day or 14 Earth days. The mission is to study Earth from lunar orbit and to measure the near surface and its density changes. The mission is also to carry out measurements of thermal properties of the lunar surface near the polar region and look out for lunar seismic activity around the landing site and delineate the structure of the lunar crust and mantle. Flood-like situations and waterlogging today continued in few parts of the national capital. The water level of Yamuna River at Old Railway Bridge remains over danger level at 208.35 meters, recorded around 11 a.m. That's all in this news bulletin. Namaskar.